All right, what's up, Facebook group? We're doing this on the iPhone. It's going to be raw video, straight to you guys. So basically, what we're going to talk about today is Facebook ads. I know a lot of you guys are now starting to do this and you want to get some leads coming into your business. So let's kind of go over these topics right here. So Russell Brunson talks about this a lot. He'll talk about the who. So who are you, right? What are you offering? Why they should go with you, or why they should go with you, or why your way makes the most sense, and then how can they do it, right? So if we stick with these four little principles, or bullet points, whatever the heck you want to call them, this is going to help out a ton, right? And we want to keep it very brief. I've done a lot of long copy, and I've done a lot of short copy with ads, and I can tell you that short copy for me has personally worked out the best. I know as you go on and you start to get a broader audience, long copy is fine, but for the mass majority, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard this, but I don't know if you can see the goldfish here, but basically the goldfish is kind of like, he has a better attention span than we do, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard that. So, my point is we want short copy text, get to the point, right? So in one of my ads, I'm not sure if you guys have seen my most recent ad that's kind of talking about where I was before. Basically what I say is, hey, what's up? My name is Tyler Eggleston and I have a question for you. Have you ever tried selling like this before, right? So I've addressed who I am, and then I'm asking a question. So what is the problem? So I end up showing how I used to be a salesman and now why I am a marketer. So I went kind of like what I was doing and why I switched. And then at the end I said, if you want to do this too, click the link below. So then I gave them an option of how they can do it as well. And that was to sign up to a webinar. So that was an ad to get them to a webinar, right? So let's do a different kind of a lead ad. Let's just use HVAC because I was working with somebody just a few minutes ago on HVAC. I really don't know a ton about HVAC, however, I can get leads as long as I follow these four principles, right? So I would do a little bit more homework first. I would probably call a few HVAC companies, get as much information, find out what they're doing. But let's just make up a name, for instance. Let's call ourselves the California HVAC Advisors. And I don't know if this name is already taken. It could already be taken. That's fine. We're using this for an example, right? So what do? We fix AC units. Okay, so we fix AC. Why should somebody work with us? Let's say because we're going to give them a free inspection. I would kind of dive a little bit deeper to find out if people do get free inspections. If they do, then you need to go a step further than that. Okay, but in town, I do know a couple people in town where their businesses, they actually charge to come out and just service, or not necessarily service, but just take a look and do a free inspection on the AC unit. So this would probably work for some companies, but if you're competing with like in town and everybody does a free inspection, what's going to make you different where people would want to work with you? So maybe it's we get your AC up and running within 24 to 48 hours of us coming out there, right? So you got to have some reason why they're going to want to work with you rather than going to the guy next door. And then how do they do it? You're going to say, like, click the link below, right? So some kind of action for them to take. So click the link below. Okay, this is how we're going to drive leads, okay? So if we were doing a video ad for this guy, an example would be something like, what's up, this is California HVAC Advisors, and I have a question for you. Is your AC ready for the summer, right? And so I'm addressing a problem, and then I would say 90% of the people that don't know if their AC is ready for the summer, and they end up having a problem, right? So something ends up happening with their AC unit, and then somebody has to come out and fix that AC unit. That sucks. So what we advise you to do is to get a free inspection from us. We'll come out, make sure that your AC unit is running, so that way, all summer long, basically your AC is running fine, right? And then click the link below for a free advisor to make sure that your AC unit's running properly all summer long. Okay, something stupid like that. Obviously, I'm coming up with this on the fly, so that's probably not the best example, but as long as we're covering who we are, what we're doing, why they should do it, and then give them a how so they know where to go, that's how you guys are going to generate leads. That's what I've done over the last 11 months, and that's why I've done over $1 million in sales with this. More than $1 million in sales, $1 million in profit for me. The other companies are doing crap tons of millions of dollars. Like, we're talking probably like 40, 50 million bucks, easily so far. So let's also kind of talk about now a text ad, right? So this is a video ad. So let me kind of talk about a text ad. And here, let's just erase this for a second. Okay, so on a text ad, we'll still talk about Facebook ads, okay? So this is now a little bit different. So text ad is a little bit different, but we're still going to go over these same principles right here. So now we're going to address a problem, okay? So let's address a problem. So I'll just put HVAC problem. Okay? So when we're addressing a problem, the headline should be something like super catchy, like, is your AC unit ready for the summer? Right? Something like that. Or is your electric bill higher than ever? Okay? So that would be our problem. I'm not going to write it out because it's going to be kind of long, but you need to start with a question. Okay? So the first thing is a problem that is a question. So ask a question. Okay? Big question. Okay. The next thing that you're going to want to state is you're going to basically solve that problem and explain our company can fix your problem, right? So whatever it is, our company can fix the problem. So fix problem. Why should they work with us? That one shouldn't be very hard. So that one's going to be because you're giving out a free inspection, you're giving out a free quote, and you want to do this before summer comes, or you want to do this before it breaks down, right? So you gotta explain why, but I would say like a free quote. Okay, free quote, and then how do they do it? Once again, click the link below. Okay, click the link below. Okay, that's a very short, super short text ad. Guys, I promise if you guys use this, it'll work out a ton. And then what you're gonna do is test your questions, right? So test these questions. Your headlines, you should have a couple of you guys that are doing really well with this. I'll just tell you, hey, I need a headline from you, and you give me a list of like 60 headlines. I'm like, okay, this is awesome, but just use 4. Okay, when you first start, pick 4 of the 60. But you really want to brainstorm. You want to write out on a think board or on a piece of paper and just come up with all the type of headlines that you can do. So like, is your AC unit ready for the summer? Is your electricity bill higher than ever? Right? So those are 2 of them. Come up with 60 of them and pick 4. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to test each one of those at probably $5 a day. Find which ones are the winners. Get rid of the losers. And then do the same thing. Keep the winners and then test some more. Okay, so that's the whole goal. Test, but this is how you guys need to set it up. And I think this will help you guys out a lot. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to hit me up in the comment box. Other than that, guys, that's it for this raw Facebook video. Okay, that's it.